Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So this is going to be a nation vote video with the Meiou. Meiou, yes, the anti-taxes mod. I don't know what the Meiou stands for, so we're going to move on from that one anyway. So I've decided to narrow down to a few choices that I think could be rather interesting. To begin with, we have the Empire of the Romans in 1356. Now, the Empire of the Romans starts off in a really bad state, honestly. You might not think it, but I think it starts off worse in 1356 than they do in 1444. I know it's shocking considering the size of the Turkish Empire, but the thing is, the Turkish Empire is in two wars. There's the Varna Crusade, and I've seen them lose that crusade. And you can expand like crazy. Like, if I go over to my saves over here, and, just ignore these ones, that's spoilers. Right, if I go to one I had in 1598, which is one that I started Meiou off with, yeah, you can see how you can do fine from that sort of start. And, yeah. It's not hard at all, in my opinion, in the 1444 start, but doesn't that look beautiful? Anyway, we'll go back now to the Golden Bull. Yes, I would say the Roman start is a hell of a lot harder in this time, due to the fact that you have a little bit of a civil war going on over here. You do have more lands than you start with, but the thing is you have the Ottoman invasion to begin with, well, to contend with. As you can see here, that truce is about to expire, that's not good. You start off in a weakened position, and it's tough. Then you have to take on the entirety of these Balkan nations, retake Greece, retake Anatolia. Not to mention the other powers around you, like Hungary is a great power. The Mongols are still over here to the north, so there's a lot going on. The second choice would be Austria, and unify the HRE, form the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and basically try to establish the Holy Roman Empire and establish a Second Reich, or even form Germany. I do believe they can form Germany should it be needed. Either way, it's a very interesting setup here in 1356. Bohemia starts as the emperor, and they are fairly goddamn powerful. They are richer in terms of development, but Austria does have some nice ideas over here. The extra percentage chance on the new heir is amazing. The prestige decay is amazing. Actually, they're basically geared to be emperor. That's the entire thing with their national ideas. And honestly, it would be a really interesting game trying to unite the Holy Roman Empire, dealing with the religious nonsense, trying to keep Italy within the empire. Lots of good things. Venice, Hungary, lots of that. Try to take the Balkans, etc. And then moving on, we have England, distilled perfidiousness. Now England starts in a war over here. We have the Duke of Montfort, basically trying to take these lands under a personal union. Now England does have a casus belli to establish their rule over France and become the monarch of both England and France, basically creating the most dangerous union I could think of in terms of EU4. And as well, obviously, they do have great ideas. There's entire colonization, just in general being perfidious and annoying everybody in Europe because you're a freaking island and nobody can touch you because you're a freaking island. Right, and then, option number 4, we have Muscovy. Now, I like the 1356 start for Muscovy due to the fact that it's a little bit more interesting than 1444. So you can see in 1444, it's a little different. Pretty much like vanilla. Definitely a little bit different than vanilla, but hey. I do like the 1356 start. Dealing with the Mongols would be rather interesting, and trying to unify the Russian principalities under our rule would be quite nice. And in terms of what we could do, there's a few options here. We could try to convert ourselves over to Catholic, possibly. Who knows? Maybe Protestant. Or stay Orthodox. Though I'm not a fan of Orthodox. It is decent, it's just not that fun of a religion due to the fact there's just not too much going on for it. Or we could try to save the Romans or re-establish the Romans, who knows. And then we have option number 5. That is as Venice. Now as Venice we could establish a trading monopoly in the Mediterranean, a little trading empire. I do believe as a as a trading republic, you know, can only have about 20 provinces at maximum, so we already have 9 to begin with. So we wouldn't be able to expand too large, but that would lead to interesting choices. Basically, would we try to take northern Italy under our banner and have that as our territory, or would we take trading posts throughout the world, which would be rather interesting in and of itself. Maybe we could try to take something over here like the Sinai or another Egyptian province, and then head over here to India. I think Venetian India would be interesting. Or even go ahead and try and colonize the New World ahead of everybody else. Head over here, take Cadiz or something like that, or Gibraltar, and try to keep everybody else out of the New World. And there's a few more options yet to come. We have Naples, who can form, the Two Sicilies, which is rather interesting. Two Sicilies, yes, the monarchy there. And, of course, we do have the Andrew dynasty. So we do share a dynasty with the Hungarians. And then we do have rule over Provence, Corfu, we have claims on Sicily, of course. And that would be interesting. Decent ideas, I guess. They're not exactly crazy good, but hey, they're not too bad. And then, I think the one that I'd like the most, besides maybe Austria or Rome, would probably be Denmark. The reason for that is they can, at the start of the game, petition Bohemia to join the Empire. So that would mean that we would become a fairly large player in the Holy Roman Empire. And being able to join is pretty difficult. I think you have to have about... it's one of those things, I think you have to have under a certain amount of development, but because Denmark is potentially in the same culture group, potentially? Maybe it's easier for them? I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, we could form the Holy Roman Empire, possibly as Denmark. We could unify with Norway, once we secure control over them and become Denmark and Norway. And then we could try to take Sweden and form Scandinavia, which does give us claims and, well, culture on the lands like over here in like Estonia, Riga, etc., etc. Estonia, Latvia, that sort of thing. And obviously colonization, re-establishing the Danelaw in England, all that good stuff. Right then, so that's quite a mouthful. If there's any other suggestions, do let me know in the comment section down below. I will post a link to a straw poll, so I want to see what you guys think. And another thing, should I play on normal difficulty or hard? Obviously that would make it a greater challenge. Yep, on hard difficulty you can see they get a huge bonus there. Huge, huge bonus. Which I think could be quite fun. So, thank you for watching, guys. I hope to see you again soon. If you do have any other nations to suggest, then do go ahead and comment down below. And until next time, goodbye for now. See you in the next video.